But Looney had a date with Juwan slash Justice. And by the end of the day, Justice was like, Looney is Justice Jr. Juwan Jr. And you know why, people? Because she got free carnival trips. He is cheap. I know dates are expensive and men have to be really more particular on who they take out to dates. So they offering a lot less dates now, which I understand because shoot, it's inflation. Me and my husband went out the other night and I was like, well, we're not doing this more. This is too expensive. We'll cook this food at home. But they went on this little group date that Swayze had planned trampoline. Tommy said the dates was supposed to be romantic, but this trampoline date was not romantic. I don't know how this was romantic. And Juwan Justice showed up with a suit on. He showed up with a linen suit on. You knew he wasn't coming to do no trampoline. What does this man do? Now we know he don't exercise. He doesn't trampoline. He doesn't take people out on dates. He don't call you. He don't text you. What does he do? We found out what he does. He likes free stuff because on this date, he really warmed up to Looney because Looney told him she used to work with Carnival cruise ships and she got a free cruise. And Justin's eyes lit up. He was in love, y'all. He even gave her a free ladybug on the ground, talking about, here's a ladybug for you. That's the first time we've seen a Justice, Juwan, give anybody anything, and it was a free ladybug. He's so cheap, y'all. He realized he's in competition with Looney and Trinica because that's who the same people that LJ likes. They like the exact same people, but I already know that Justice gonna prick Looney because she come with the free perks. But this date that Swayze playing with the trampoline Justice, it definitely wasn't romantic. He invited Shakyra over there to that date as well. At first you think, why is Swayze inviting Shakyra out? Because we know she's beefing with Kadeem. But I guess he is the right person because he is a paramedic, so he's used to responding to 5150 calls. Because we all know Shakyra crazy. And I'm thinking the reason he did this trampoline date is because he was trying to see if he could shake loose that flower she wear in her hair. She even wore that flower to the trampoline exercise date. And let me tell you, that flower stayed in her hair the whole time. It didn't matter how many jumps she did. That flower was stuck in her hair. I think Swayze was probably thinking, let me see if this flower falls out. Is she like Cinderella when she loses her shoe or something? She's going to turn into a pumpkin. If this flower falls on the ground out her head, will this woman turn into a pumpkin? I don't know, but we got the paramedic on hand for the 5150 call just in case she gets a little bit out of hand on the date. And it didn't take long before she started talking about her trauma. I tell you, this Shakyra, she don't miss an opportunity to talk about her trauma. It's almost like, what do they say? Every encounter is an opportunity. Well, let me tell you, for Shakyra, every conversation is an opportunity to talk about her trauma. And she talked about it with Swayze. And Swayze was like, I think you need more time to heal. He's like, I've been on plenty of calls with people like you. I've seen it all. And you need some time to heal. Like I told you, people are products of their professions. And Swayze is definitely a product of his profession, with being a paramedic, a rescuer, helping people. Because I really still don't see him and Kadeem together, because I think Swayze has a more relaxed, outgoing personality, and Kadeem, she wound up tight. I think Kadeem reminds Swayze of his job, that is responding to crises all the time. But let me tell you, when they had that little red dinner, that little vent session, and Kadeem and Flower Girl, Shakyra started getting into it, Swayze didn't look happy. Swayze said, wait a minute, and am I at work over here, or is this actually a dating scenario? Because I think he's going to get tired of Kadeem, because Kadeem gonna start to remind him too much of them crazy 5150 people he encounters out in those Miami streets. She doesn't know how to keep her calm. Even when Shakyra was piping up talking about, we're not gonna be doing this, because she was talking mess. Kadeem doesn't know how to stay calm. She doesn't know how to calm herself. She jumps into the conversation at level 10 already. She doesn't show that she can be the bigger person. And she's dealing with a girl who we already know has trauma. So if you already know a person has trauma and they are on the borderline, kind of like really messed up, why are you meeting they crazy? You should bring the level down. You shouldn't be meeting they crazy. You should be doing a different thing. But Kadeem, she doesn't know how to do that. I don't think Swayze gonna be able to put up with this for too long. It may be good in the beginning, like Kadeem said, why do you like me? And he was like, I like you because you talk a lot, you outgoing. He says you eat a lot. Oh, she sure do. We all remember that a rib and that corn on the cob. She definitely liked to eat. He says that's what makes him attracted to her. But I think it reminds him of his job. And he was saying, you know, one of the things he needs to be is be more vulnerable in relationships because he doesn't want to bring his work home. That's a lot of people. Have you ever dated a policeman, a paramedic, anybody who has to deal with really traumatic stuff during the day? When they come home, they don't want to talk about it, but that stuff be bottled up inside. They probably all need to have a little bit of therapy because they do need somebody to talk to. But he gonna be when he come home, I don't know if Khadeen gonna be a peaceful place. He might come home from the trauma of the Miami streets to come home from all the mess Khadeen starts in her own personal life. Because I can tell she get in a lot of fights with people because Khadeen don't know how to back down from a fight. I think she gets into a lot of arguments and fights and keeps stuff going with a lot of people. They had their little back and forth words, Khadeen and Shakyra, at the end of that messy red dress dinner. And as soon as Shakyra got her little words out, her little snap back on Khadeen, she had to get up and run into the other room and cry. And finally, they voted her off. And I said, thank goodness, girl. Now let the healing begin, people. Go on home and let the healing begin. And Shakyra, stay out the date market for at least a year. You're going to need at least a year to heal, girl. Your pain is deep. You need at least a year. And the crazy thing was Shakyra said she couldn't believe she got eliminated. She said when she heard her name that she was at the bottom and she was up for elimination, she said she couldn't believe it. Oh my goodness, what couldn't you believe? Is that flour in your head or releasing some types of oils or something that's making your brain cloudy? Because I mean, Stevie Wonder could have seen that you gonna be going home. Everybody could see you going home. Sharice was on the bottom too. They told her you need some better energy. You need to become simpática. You need to become a buena because right now, ella no es buena, ella no es simpática, or both. I don't know if my grammar's right, but I'm going to say it anyway in my Spanish. And but Sharice, she got 9 lives. She a cat with 9 lives. Anyway, that's it, y'all. Drop down in the comments. Let me know what you think about this episode. I actually enjoyed the episode. And I will not be doing a review for next week because I will be on vacation, but I'll catch y'all the following week. Talk to you later. Bye.